Alright, what's going on everybody? This is Sir Kirby and welcome back to the Chaos Seed. Last time we got underneath the lake finally and we were able to do some work in GTG, and by some work I mean we cleared it all out except for 2 rooms. That is all we were able to do, unfortunately. We were left a little bit short of what we needed to get through everything, but we have a few more options now. Primarily, we can do the Lakeside Lab and we can get through the Shadow Temple up until the Bongo Bongo Boss Chamber. So that's a couple of nice things that we can come across, and that might finally lead us to our way forward. We have a few Fire Temple keys that we did not previously have that we can use. I think Lakeside Lab was in here somewhere. Or was it in CAC? I don't remember. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure it was in CAC. Which means we need to go through here. But yeah, so we have a few more things that we can do now that we couldn't before, primarily centered around looking for boss keys and strength 2. We can go to Zora Fountain when we get a minute, and check what's at the bottom of that, which at this point I'm kind of expecting that it's nothing, but I'd like to go make sure. We can get a couple things in the Lakeside Lab. We can get the Skulltula, and we can also cheese the diving portion of the game. This isn't it. Is it in CAC? I think it is, but I don't remember where. Oh, was it the, was it in here? I'll find it eventually. Open only during the day? Well, if you're gonna be like that. Excuse me, I'm a little tired. A little bit tired. A little bit more tired than used to. It's cool though. Part of why I'm so tired right now is because I accidentally published the last episode earlier than I meant to. Here it is. So if you notice that was a very strange upload time, you would be correct. Oops. Okay. There we go. There's that check, and then we can come back down to get the skull. This is technically out of logic, so I doubt it's anything too impactful. But it could be. Worth checking it just in case. Yeah, it's just a stick. However, the skull is in logic, and that could be something. So let's find out. That's a map. Shadow Temple map. It's a place that we need to be, so I guess it's not the most annoying check ever, but sure could have been better. Okay. So there's nothing else that we can do right here. Since we're right here, we might as well check some of the Shadow Temple stuff, because that is down here. This is where I wish I would have had Furor's Wind earlier, but it's fine. It wouldn't have actually done as much good as I'd have wanted it to anyway, now that I think about it. We should be able to get like 4 or 5 checks down here though, so that's good. Probably don't need the hammer. At some point, that's what I should have done. I should have turned in the Big Poe while we were back in Kokiri Forest. I can do that when we go back, because we probably won't be out for too long. We are very much trending in the right direction as far as finishing up the game and the seed. The main thing we're missing is those boss keys. In fact, that may at this point be the only thing we're missing, because we found Mirror Shield and Iron Boots. So I believe we are Strength 2 and boss keys away. Well, Strength 2 and keys, because boss keys and small keys alike. But I believe we are Strength 2 and keys away from entering into Go mode. And I guess Nocturne as well. I'm forgetful. The point is we're close. We're getting there. We're not far from being able to complete the game. And my hunch is we'll get there sooner rather than later, just by nature of how this these seeds tend to shake up. So, let me make sure I hit this target. Of course. Where is it? Should be like right there. Really? That should have been hitting it. Whatever. Can still come through here, and we can do the boat stuff. We can do this room the more traditional way now, which is nice. Last time we came through here, we had to do this with without iron boots, and that's annoying every time. But now we can do it the more, like I said, the more traditional way. Just run through and then come across here, and here's where we ran out of keys last time we were in here. We are 1 key short of being able to reach Bongo, but that 1 key doesn't lock anything else, so it's not all that huge a deal. I want to go ahead and move this block. I know I don't have to, but since we're probably going to have to come back anyway, doing this basically makes Farore's win pointless. And then if we need to set it in another dungeon somewhere, we can. Because this allows us a shortcut to come back down to the bottom through one of the first rooms on the left side, I believe, of that Beamos. Before I do this, I would like to get this skull. What are you? That's a huge rupee, which is nice, but not something I need to pick up with a full wallet, especially when we probably don't need it anyway. So that leaves us with, I think, 3 chests and 1 more skull that we can reach in here. And that is certainly trending in the right direction. I did mention last episode that I might do the Happy Mask trading sequence off camera and then just get the rewards on screen. I've not done that yet, but that's one of those things where it's like a last resort, and if we get to that point, I don't want to take up recording time with that, because I feel like it's one of the more boring side quests to do, right behind the Big Horn Sword side quest, but we skip all of that to go straight to the claim check, so we can get straight to that check. Since you can't do that with the mask shop trading sequence, that's why I'm, if we do it, that's why I'm going to just cut it out and not show the process itself and just the rewards at the end. We shall see. We've certainly got a lot to do still before that comes into play of something that we might have to do. So that's all fine. This room leads us to, let's see, this will lead us to boss key check, 1 other check in that same room, then we go to, there's a Skulltula in here somewhere. I got distracted, my apologies. But yeah, so we got 2 checks in here. 1, okay, that's fine. And then I think there's a skull, and then there's definitely another chest somewhere in here that we can get. So that should be 4 more things. There's our last GTG key, so we can go back there at some point and see if that last item is useful. It better not be, because that would be pain in the ass logic. This is our skull room. You can see him right up there. Hopefully he's useful. So now at this point, GTG keys are actually... Hello, Minuet. That doesn't really do anything, but it's nice to have, I guess. It's not the warp song we needed, though. But yeah, getting GTG small keys from this point forward does nothing for us, because there's 2 locked doors that you can and I have skipped. So that was the last one that we need to full clear it. This is our other chest that we can get. Probably could have just done a quick spin there, but that's more reliable for me. Okay, so this will be the last thing we can get here. Show me something good, please. I don't know what I expected to happen. Okay. Now what? Fire Temple next, because I want to check the boss key stuff. That'll be everything. Assuming the boss key isn't like pseudo vanilla and in that same hallway. That'll be everything that we can do there, short of Volvagia. Same thing with Shadow Temple there. That's everything that we can do except Bongo, so I'm going to go ahead and mark everything down to 1 on that. I'll leave Fire Temple alone for right now, but we'll end up with only 1 there by the time we're done. GTG, we're missing 5, so I can do that. Fire Temple is in Ice Cavern. Right. So this is probably... I need to get used to using Minuet now that we have it. Because I think playing Minuet there would have actually been quicker. We'll see. Maybe this doesn't prove to be quicker, but I'll leave this in for world exploration purposes. But this should bring us back out to Gerudo Fortress. And then if we go through the other side of Gerudo Fortress, that'll bring us to... what am I trying to say? That'll bring us out to the Lost Woods. And then the Lost Woods are, I believe, how we need to get to Ice Cavern. Or am I just, like, completely wrong on this one? We'll find out shortly. Shut up. Shut up. At some point, we could do Wasteland. That's actually a big one that I haven't gone to yet, but it's only 2 checks. Thus my reluctance, I guess you could say, to go there. This is also definitely not where I needed to go. Oh no, it kind of is, I guess. I think that's probably a quicker way to get to Hyrule Field than what I've been doing. It feels quicker, I don't know. But yeah, so we can check the bottom of the lake outside Ice Cavern now, which is nice. Because that could very easily be something important. We're still missing a sword, which disappoints me a little bit, just because it's a nice thing to have. It does a lot of damage and such. I got a hunch it's going to be like inside Ganon's castle somewhere, actually, and that's really annoying. If that's the case. But at the same time, if that's where it is, then just deal with it, you know? Trying to think what other options there are here. I guess on the way back we could always go out to the lake and check that last GTG chest, because that could be something. Pop through here. The other thing that I'm really reluctant to have to do, but we might end up doing, is winning the Link Cow. From Lon Lon. That one is just obnoxious from the standpoint of having to go to Lon Lon and win a race just to get a check that may or may not even be worth it, but it's one of those where that looked like a boss key. It definitely was not a boss key. Anyhow. But yeah, that one's just obnoxious because it's a lot to do just for one check. But it's, as with a lot of the not obnoxious checks at this point. If we have to do it, then obviously we have to do it. So we'll see what comes of it, if anything. In the meantime, I'm not going to worry about it, because we got plenty of other things that we can do, like I've been saying. But it's something that's, at the very least, worth keeping in mind. If we get pseudo-vanilla Fire Temple boss key, that would be really nice, because we can get that out of the way. That's not what I meant to do. But getting that out of the way would be nice, because it would put us one dungeon away from another way of the hero, which is, at this point, likely Nocturne. It's got to be either Nocturne or a boss key, because we have all the items that we need. Which is, again, part of why I'm thinking, you know, we're running a little bit thin on ideas here. So we'll see. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, first of all. Can I do a quick spin, please? Can I do another quick spin, please? No? Okay. Whatever. I'll do it the boring way. Where did you go? You're both over here. Now you're dead. And you are running away like a little bitch. And now you're dead. Okay. Get the skull check. We get a Flare Dancer fight that yields a check. I'm gonna ignore this like because I don't like him. Ah. That. Really? Really? Old habits die hard. Episode name. Writing it down. Right now. It is written down. So that was pretty cool, wouldn't you say? The good news, though, is I think that's actually the last one of those, finally. We'll see. Really? Get back here. Thanks. So we'll get this, and then we'll get the boss key check. See what it do. At some point, we gotta find something good. So is my thought process anyway. Maybe it's not that simple. But I hope. 69! Now, those of you that have watched me do some of these elsewhere, I'm not gonna stick to the 69 rule. If this is another one, then we're just wearing it. GTG key, that was pointless. Okay. So that's everything we can do here. I would like to go and check the Big Poe check while we're right here, and since I have one already. And then after that, or not the Big Poe, GTG. The last thing in GTG. And then if that ain't it, then we go check Big Poe, and if that ain't it, then we have two options that will likely bleed us into next episode. But we can either from there go back to Water Temple and try to full clear the rest of that, or we can go do some of those child skull checks like this one down here by this cow that is most likely going to ruin me. Since I'm right here, I am hitting A and nothing is happening. I wasn't sure if it was going to do that or not. Well, I was quite sure it wasn't, but what if it would have? We have now checked 100% for sure. Now that I think about it, there's a skull on top of this tree that I don't think I ever got. I may have. I don't remember. I've spaced out some of my memory of this a little bit too much to remember exactly what I have and haven't done. But since I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna go look. You. What are you? Sorry, song. Could have had that forever ago. So that gives us a couple child checks that we can do more or less at our leisure. Again, I'd like to check our final GTG chest. Because as soon as I don't, it will be something of importance. Even though I kinda doubt it. If this is Nocturne, that will be quite the pog. More likely it's a skull token, but whatever. I'm suddenly... I feel like I got a hint about this, actually, but I don't... I think I would remember for sure if I did. So, whatever, we'll find out. We're here anyway, and we've got the key. You know, it's not like it's the biggest of deals if I'm misremembering something. You still get to see what it is. Score 1 for Nocturne Way of the Hero. I am glad I came back here and did not think that what I was doing was in fact what needed done. However, that does leave us still a strength upgrade short. Next thing I want to do, and the last thing I want to do for today, is turn in the big bow. If that's not it, then we will do some child checks next time around. But I got a hunch. I don't remember where in here it is, actually. It's in here somewhere. It's not this one. That's Talon's Chickens. Is it this one over here? It sure is. There we go. Okay. Hello. Take this Poe, please. Thank you for my 100 points. And that wasn't worth it at all. But it's fine. We have options now. So, with that done, I think we're going to have to make one more trip to be a child. Maybe two, depending on where Nocturne is. But that's fine, because at least now we know. I'm fairly certain Nocturne has to be the way of the hero here. Which, annoying, but also means that if that proves correct, we can just kind of fly through here as soon as we show up. It is what it is. Shadow Temple. So let's see, we need one Shadow Temple small key, Strength 2, Fire Boss key, Shadow Boss key, and Nocturne. And I think that's it. But yeah, that sounds like a good list to me, and I'm going to go ahead and stop here for the night. So, thanks everybody for watching this episode. Hope to see you around another day. That's all for me. Take care.